Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another one of the market maker manipulation templates. In this template video, we're going to be going over the consolidation midweek rally. As you can see on the screen, we have the bullish example of the consolidation midweek rally, which is Monday rallies higher, Tuesday rallies lower, Wednesday creates the, I guess you could say low of the week, sort of. Really Monday does that, but it creates some form of a low. Thursday rallies up, and then Friday continues that by going higher. Mind you, with all of these manipulation templates I've been teaching you, okay, there can be some sort of a flaw within the week, okay? Some day can do something it's not supposed to, such as consolidate or move in the other direction, okay? That can indicate two things. Price is still doing the manipulation template that you initially had your narrative on, or it's changing, not necessarily changing, but you had the wrong, manipulation template. You need to look and see what price could be, what's the word? Morphing into. That's the word, yeah, morphing into. So, two things. I'm going to say it again. When price does something that's unexpected, so for example, let's say you are looking at the consolidation midweek rally, and it looks like price is going to do this. According to your analysis, right? You could be wrong. As always, right? You could be wrong. Let's say Wednesday, instead of creating a low, that cap comes up. That can mean two things. That can mean that you were wrong, and you picked the wrong manipulation template, and you need to go find another one that matches, what's going on with each day. Or price is still going to play out the manipulation template you, I guess you could say, I'm trying to find the word. The manipulation template you pointed out, the one you pointed out, it could still be doing that, and it might just be doing it in a different way. Like it might use Wednesday to consolidate or something like that, and then Thursday it'll continue higher. Friday might have a retracement lower. Okay, so just letting you know that there is flaws when it comes to these days. Like sometimes it's picture perfect like this, sometimes, but rarely. It's rarely picture perfect like this. But the only one that's like close to picture perfect would be this one right here. Like if I could, which one is it? Yeah, like this one right here. This is like close to picture perfect. This right here, the Wednesday weekly reversal. We're not going over that, but this is like close to picture perfect. You're most likely going to see price act just like this as, the Wednesday weekly reversal most of the time. But anyway, we're going over this one right here. See this? The consolidation midweek rally or the consolidation midweek decline, which is the bullish and bearish, sides of them. Anyway, let's jump into our chart and go over our examples. Let's move this out the way. And where is that first example? I think this is the bullish one, but where is the first one? Let me see. There you go. That's what I was looking for right here. This is the first one, which is the bullish example, okay? So since we're going over the bullish example first, let's switch our picture. Let me get this out the way. Switch our pick to the bullish one right here. Profile bullish. See that? Right there. Monday, rallies higher. Tuesday creates a high for, future prices. Wednesday comes down, creates a low, hitting some sort of array. As it says right here. See that? Discount fair value gap, / void, or bullish order block. Or it can be anything else, so like a mitigation block, something. Just an array. That's what this means. Sometimes there can be a high or medium impact news event, as it says right there, high or medium impact news event that occurs right here, which sends price higher during Thursday and Friday. You see right here, high or medium impact news event occurs right here. Boom, it explodes higher and hits some premium array to either reverse, or sometimes this doesn't happen all the time. Okay, this is not just, like I said, it's not picture perfect like this. It's not always going to be, oh, it creates a swing. Oh, there's high impact news event. Oh, there's a premium array. It should respect this or bounce off of this. Okay, no. It's not just picture perfect. Because sometimes that premium PD array won't be there. And even if it is, it might just shoot through it. So just keep that in mind, okay? But this is what it should look like according to our manipulation template right there, okay? Now let's jump back into our chart and see how it plays out here. Let's see how it plays out here, shall we? And there was a, what's the word? A bank holiday on Friday, but it doesn't really matter because it still plays out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So anyway, let's just get into it. Monday, okay. But no, this is a bearish example, right? Oh my goodness, wow. I've been saying bullish all this time. My bad. It is bearish. I am so slow. Anyway, Monday drops lower, Tuesday creates a low, Wednesday comes up, creates a high. That Tuesday low can be used for future prices for sell side liquidity. During that Wednesday high creation, price will hit some sort of array, as it says right here. Premium fair value gap / void or bearish order block. This can be things such as mitigation block, propulsion block, and lots of other things. High or medium impact news can occur right there on that Wednesday's high, sending price lower Thursday and Friday, hitting some discount PD array, which remember, doesn't always occur. Now that I've explained that, let's get into it. Monday, okay, as you see right here, with this delineation at 10 o'clock, Monday, April 15, 2025. I have to say all that, okay? Price drops lower, and it closes lower, okay? You want to see the opening price? It's right here. See that open? This is the opening price right here. And then the closing price is, wherever that is. Closing price is right here. So, you can clearly see that the closing price is below the opening price, meaning that Monday closed lower, okay? Is it simple to understand? I think so. Should be, at least. I'm trying my best to teach you. Anyway, Monday drops lower. Tuesday, okay, pay attention real quick. Now, mind you, I did mention earlier that Friday is not a day here because it was a bank holiday on that day. So, price is going to tend to rush this manipulation template. It's going to try to rush the week and then certain days. It's going to do certain things to rush, all right? So, Monday drops here. Tuesday retraces. It does retrace, but it consolidates. Why does it do that? So, Wednesday can keep going lower. But, isn't Wednesday supposed to do that? Let's go back to it. Isn't Wednesday supposed to come up and create that high? Remember, price is rushing it. Okay, so Monday did drop, as it says here. But right here, Tuesday consolidated. Right here, it consolidated and created that high. So it's rushing it, okay? It's doing this purposely. It created the low, retraced into that bearish order block, which I think there was one on the chart. Let me see. Yep, that right there, that bearish order block. It came up into it here and, dropped lower. But here on Monday, we dropped. Monday we created that low. But Tuesday, we came back up, retraced, creating that high, and accumulated. Why are we accumulating? So Wednesday could continue rushing the week right here. See that? See, this is Wednesday. So Wednesday could continue rushing the week and drop lower. Jesus, I cannot speak. And then here comes Thursday. Right here, consolidated, ending the week off, okay? So, basically what happened here was Monday did Monday's job. That's what it's supposed to do, okay? Tuesday, Monday did its job and then Tuesday's job by creating that low, okay? Tuesday did Wednesday's job, according to the picture here. Tuesday did Wednesday's job by making that retracement here, hitting that order block, okay? So this is what I mean by price is rushing it, because this is one of those scenarios to where Friday is a bank holiday, so that's not a day in this week, okay? So price is going to rush it. It's just common sense. The algorithm is going to do things faster. Tuesday does Wednesday's job, all right? Next, Wednesday does Thursday's job, which is drop lower. That's why Thursday gets sent into a consolidation for next week's price action. You do see that, right? Pay attention. I'm going to say that one more time because that may seem confusing. I wish I could pull up the picture. Like if I could crop this. Let me see. I think I could do it some way, somehow. Somehow I could crop it. I guess that'll work for now. If I can pull this down lower. There we go. And do it just like that. Okay, here we go. So Monday's right here. See that? Let me pull out my pointer. Monday's right here. Monday does its job and Tuesday's job by creating that low right here, okay? See that low right here? And then that low on the, whatever it is, on the manipulation template? Monday did its job and Tuesday's job by, creating that initial run lower and creating that order block to continue during the week. Tuesday did Wednesday's job, okay? Because pay attention to this. Tuesday initially was supposed to create that low. But what did it? Well, what day did that? Monday did. Right here, see? Monday did that. It came down, created that low, and the order block, okay? So what is Tuesday doing then? It's doing what Wednesday should do. Because over here, Wednesday comes up and hits that order block, creating that high. But when does it do it in the chart? Right here, Tuesday. See that? Tuesday does that. See that retracement here? That happens on Tuesday. And why is it doing this? I'm going to say it again. It's doing this because Friday is not a day in the week. That's the whole reason it's doing this. It's like, okay, we don't have Friday, so we have to do this fast and efficiently. That's the whole point. It's like, okay, Friday's in here. Let's rush this. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it pushing. That's basically what the algorithm is doing, okay? Next, Wednesday. Wednesday does Thursday's job. How? Let's look at Wednesday. After Tuesday's retracement, taking over Wednesday's role on the manipulation template, which was, the retracement. That was supposed to be Wednesday's role, but Tuesday took it over. Wednesday should, since we know it's in a rush, Wednesday should drop lower, right? Which it does. See that right here? That's that drop lower. So what role does Wednesday take over? It takes over Thursday. See that? See on Thursday? It drops lower? I know you see that. So Wednesday takes over Thursday's role. Okay? You know that. But what does Thursday do? Thursday, it consolidates. Why does it consolidate? Because it's basically taking over Friday's role, even though it doesn't exist. Okay? Since we already had over a, let's see how big this is. This is a 1,000-point drop. So just knowing that right there, I didn't even pay attention to that, but this is over a 1,000-point drop. So just knowing that, Thursday is going to take over Friday's role since we dropped so low and is going to consolidate. Normally, Friday would continue, but since we dropped so far and so much, it's going to take over Friday's role to consolidate. So it did the whole manipulation template, but it rushed it, and it did it very, very nicely, very clean actually. Monday took over its role and Tuesday's role by dropping lower and creating that low. Tuesday took over Wednesday's role, according to the manipulation template, as always, and rallied higher into that bearish order block right here. You want me to mark it? I'll mark it. Hold on. Right there into that bearish order block. Right there. Let me pull up the thing again. Here we go. Tuesday takes over Wednesday's role by retracing into that order block. Okay. Wednesday, right here, takes over Thursday's role by dropping. And since we dropped by so much, Thursday is going to take over Friday's role right here. See that? Friday. Thursday is going to take over Friday's role by consolidating. See? Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Not too hard, isn't it? No, not too hard at all. So now we have to, analyze this. Okay, we have to truly analyze this to see why price is doing this. All right, let's see why price is doing this. So let's jump onto the, I guess you could say the daily. Why not? We're going to jump onto the daily while I look at my trashy internet. Anyway, here we go, right here. So, price hits, as you can see on the daily, it hits a mitigation block right here. See that? And wow, you see how it's respecting it right at the body, right? Yeah, and I know you see that. I see it too. Price hits it right at the body, respecting it and closing below it. And as we can clearly see, price respects this mitigation block, not just by closing below it, but actually moving away over 1,000 points from it, I think. Yeah, it moves away 1,000 points from it. The next day. From this day right here, on this candle it hit it, it dropped 1,300 points the next day. So I think we can confidently say that price respected this mitigation block, right? So we can say confidently that price wants to go lower, right? We don't know how much, but price does want to go lower off of this mitigation, right? Okay, that's just one thing. Keep that in mind. It's just one thing. And I don't think we have a dealing range. Well, no, we do. From here to here. And, oh, wow, look at that. We also hit optimal trade entry levels. And guess what? The mitigation block is right next to the 705 optimal trade entry level. How convenient is that? Very convenient, isn't it? Yeah, very convenient. And then we're hitting this volume balance, too. See that right there? We ran through it here, but we did come back up during the week. On Monday, actually, the week that we're going to be analyzing, and we came back into that volume imbalance right there. Okay, so we can keep that, we can mark that as a very important level since the volume imbalances can be ran through multiple times. Pause on that, by the way. Now let's jump down onto the 4-hour. And there goes my trashy internet. I might cut that out, but I might not at the same time. Because it's funny just to see the chart load. And look at that, the chart's still loading at the top left. Okay, here we go. So we are on the 4-hour now. This is that volume imbalance. This is that mitigation block that got touched. Here's the previous week's price action, rallying into that, what is it, this volume balance and a mitigation block. And let's analyze this rally. How big was it? Let's just start from here. Oh, wow. Does that say 2,500 points? Yeah, it does. That's crazy. I can't even speak. 2,500 points within literally less than... Does that say 2 hours? Wait, is that... Wait, hold on. Wait. Does that say 4 hours? Bro, what? Bro, within 8 hours. No, 4 hours. See that right there? Within 4 hours. That's crazy. Okay, so we can already say that since price is respecting this mitigation block, we should expect some form of a retracement rebalancing this liquidity void. Right? Or am I just speculating? Because that is a crazy, crazy move up. That's really wild. So we can expect price to fill this entire liquidity void right here. It's all the way from this right here to the closing of that right there. That is the entire liquidity void right here. Or if you want to just mark the bottom as a liquidity void. Right about wherever my thing is. Here we go. Liquidity void. So we have this entire thing to fill. I think we can confidently say we have enough confluences to say that price wants to go lower or to even form a narrative, right? So since we know that price wants to go lower just off of all that, right? Let's go ahead and zoom back in into, our week that we're trading, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the bank holiday week, okay? Or the April 14th week, whatever you want to say. Anyway, we see price on Monday, right? When price opens up on Sunday, we create this gigantic new week opening gap right here from the closing price to the opening price right there. Is that it? Yeah, that's right. We can drag that out like so. Drag it all the way out. Now this may look a little crazy, but just bear with me. So we have that volume imbalance right here. That's the white. And we have the new week opening gap. That's the cyan or the green, whatever you want to call it. Some people call it turquoise. I like that name, turquoise. We can call it turquoise. Anyway, let's say we don't know where price is going to go. We know that price is going to go lower, yes, but we don't know what manipulation template is going to occur. So we wait. We're going to see what Monday does. Monday drops lower. Like, okay, it's doing as we expected, but we're going to see what happens. Tuesday consolidates, and we're like, okay, okay. What does that mean though? Well, let's look throughout the week. Well, what days of the week do we have? We don't have Friday, so that already tells us that price is going to rush a manipulation template. It's going to, period. Just no matter what, it's going to rush a manipulation template. So it's going to do whatever it can to deliver the manipulation template as it should and efficiently. Okay. Monday has that drop lower, and then we notice price hits an order block right here. Oh wow, look at that. See that right there, that order block? So Tuesday hits that order block, and we're like, okay. And then we see Tuesday close and gap lower. Let me delete this line. We see Tuesday gap lower. We're like, oh wow, it hits that new day opening gap right here. From the close to the open, right there. That's that new day opening gap. If you want to add quadrants to it, matter of fact, I'll delete the box and I'll just add the quadrants right here. Not OTE, but quadrants. There we go. There we go. Right about there. Boom. So we can say right here that Wednesday should keep going lower, right? Since we had a gap lower, and even before 9:30 a Wednesday opened up, price hit that new week opening gap up Tuesday and begin respecting it. So we can say that Wednesday wasn't drop lower. So for the rest of the week, what's going to happen? Like what manipulation template are we in? Well, let's analyze it real quick. There's no way I deleted that. How did I? What the? Hold on. My bad, guys. Apparently, I got rid of the darn thing. But guess what? I'm not going to be editing this. I never edit my videos because I'm funny. I am hilarious. I never edit my videos. Yeah, I'm gonna do full. No. Boom. You drag this over. Boom. Okay. Now that we're looking at our manipulation templates, we're like, okay, well, what in the world, what could be happening here? Like, what's the purpose of this? Well, what's going on? Pull this in, and then, pull this up. Here we go. Monday has an initial drop lower, okay, and creates an order block. Like, all right, it does align with this. It aligns, okay. Next, Tuesday consolidates, and we're like, why does it do this? Why does it do this? Well, we look back at the thing, and we notice that Monday does two things. It drops, that's one. Two, it creates the low that Tuesday should create. Why is it doing that? And then we think, we're like, okay, wait a minute. There's an additional day on the manipulation template, which is Friday, that we don't have. So we can clearly see that price is rushing this manipulation template. You can clearly see that since we don't have Friday. Since Tuesday hits this order block, as it shows right here, we're like, that means Tuesday is taking over Wednesday's role, right? I gotta clear some storage, but I'll do that later. But anyway, since Monday took over its role and Tuesday's role, Tuesday should, in this case, take over Wednesday's role, since there's no such thing as Friday, right? It does. As you can see here, we erase the drawings real quick. Tuesday comes up and hits that order block right here at this candle. That green, not green, I was about to say green, but this red candle right here, that's the order block. It hits that on a Tuesday. And if we go back here, it's supposed to do that on a Wednesday. Why is it doing it on a Tuesday? Because we have no Friday. We have no Friday, right? So, in speculation, Thursday, or Wednesday in this case, okay, since the retracement occurred on Tuesday, Wednesday should go lower, as it shows that Thursday should do that on the manipulation template. If it does this, that confirms that the manipulation template that we're in for the whole week is the consolidation midweek decline. As we look here, it opens at 9 o'clock, consolidates for a little bit, purges London lunch highs, and then it drops on a Wednesday. But according to the manipulation template, Thursday should do that. So like, okay, it's rushing a manipulation template, as it should do. Why is it doing that? Again, Friday is gone. Literally, Friday is gone. It's not in the trading week. It's not there. Okay. In that case, since we've done that, and it took over Friday's, not Friday's role, but it took over Thursday's role, what should Friday do? It should do two things. Consolidate or keep going lower. Now, it should only consolidate if we've only dropped by so much, right? We already analyzed this earlier. This entire drop was like 1,000 points. So, 1,000 points is crazy much in 1 week. No, not even 1 week, in 3 days for futures, especially NASDAQ. That's crazy. So, that's just send Friday into a consolidation, right? Or send Thursday, in this case, into a consolidation, taking over Friday's role in the manipulation template. Well, if we look, that does happen. See that? Thursday opens up, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And if you want to say that price dropped here during Thursday, taking over Friday's role, yeah, you can say that. But overall, the day consolidated. Okay? So this is the bearish example, or the midweek, consolidation midweek decline. That's what this whole example was, okay? Hopefully, you learned from this. Just this example here. We have one more. Don't click off the video yet. If you look at the little seek bar down here, yeah, right down here, there's like a big old red bar that shows your progress. There should be at least 50 more minutes, because I do not want to make this too long. Anyway, next example. Let me delete all this. Bing, 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 bing. There we go. So here we go. My chart can load in. Give it just a second. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So this is the bullish example of the consolidation midweek rally, because you know the bearish example is called the decline, and now the bullish example is called the rally. Okay, when we refer to rallies, that means up. When we refer to declines, that means down. Obviously, right? First, since we know this is a bullish example, and I just explained it, and it should be vice versa of the previous example, let's go ahead and jump up to our daily. And remember, my internet is trash, so give me just a second. I don't know why it's been acting so terrible recently, but yeah, my internet's just been very bonsai. I don't know why. But anyway, this is our week right here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's the week right there. And we are at an intermediate term low. That's the first thing. I just noticed that. We are at an intermediate term low. What does that mean? Price should not come down here. So immediately, off the top of our heads, price should go up. This right here is a major confluence, and we're so close to it. And it just formed recently. Like literally, at the week we're trading, it formed last week. Monday, 5 days ago, or 7 days ago. Okay? That's how recently that was. Price should go higher off of this. Just off pure instinct, price should go higher off of that. And then, also, we came down into this short-term low right here. Oh, wow, we didn't. I really thought we did. I tried to eyeball it, but no. We came really close here and had a failure swing to take out this short-term low, while creating an intermediate-term swing to continue higher and, you know, not come to this end. Price has to do other things. It has to manipulate. And why I keep burping, I don't know why. Maybe because I'm talking so much. But anyway, Jumping back down to the 4-hour. And no, we didn't hit a lot of PD arrays, as you can clearly see. Whatever that example is, let's pull over. And here's my trashy internet. My bad, guys. I'm so sorry. My trashy internet. Anyway, here's our week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Or the 3rd of February. Right here, that's the starting week. Right off the bat, we have a gigantic midweek opening gap. Gigantic, I mean literally over 200 points. That's gigantic. Or 290 points. That's a lot. So this is one thing we got right here. Boom. Right there. See that? I see it too. Have we hit anything? Have we gotten close to any PD array? Nope. We also got another intermediate term swing right there. See that? Short term, intermediate term right there. So we got another one. Price should not come down here either at this candle, in which we are in proximity to within our week. So I think just by using that, that is enough to say price is going higher, right? And then we also hit a discount before we had this rally back up, filling this new week opening gap. We had a discount of this dealing range right here. See that? We rallied up into a premium up here, and then we came right back down into a deep discount. Pretty cool, isn't it? Now let's drop back down to the hour. We can confidently say that price wants to go higher, right? Where's my example at? Me saying that, you know what that just reminded me of? That reminded me of that one ice dude. What's his name? Frozone, I think. And he's like, honey, where is my super suit? That's what that just reminded me of. I don't know why. It just popped up in my head when I said, where's my example? Where is my super suit? Anyway, Monday here rallies. Okay. After that, we have a retracement lower. Tuesday sends higher. After that, we have a miniature retracement lower. Wednesday sends higher again. Thursday consolidates, and then Friday drops lower. Now, let's analyze this real quick. Price rushes this as it shouldn't. It shouldn't rush this because we have every single day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have each day of the week, right? So it shouldn't do this. But why did it do it? There's a reason it did this. Well, okay, let's think real quick. First, let's think. We're in a deep discount, right? And price has to manipulate before hitting that intermediate term swing down here. So price wants to go lower in the future, yes, but we have to manipulate higher first on the higher time frame, and we are currently in that manipulation. So Monday rallied higher as it should in the example, but right after the close of it, let me pull up the pictures again. I don't know why I got rid of it. Is that, hold on, someone look through that recording. I swear to God that's not me. Bro, because that might be me, but I don't know. I swear I am not closing this. Okay, it's back, but I don't know why it keeps vanishing. But on the actual manipulation template, according to it, Monday goes higher, Tuesday creates a high, Wednesday drops lower, creates a low, hitting a discounted fair value gap, Thursday goes higher, and then Friday continues that by going higher. Okay. Now let's see what happens in our chart. Let's go back to the chart and see what happens. Monday delivers higher. But right after Monday closes, we have a deep retracement back into the order block that was left behind. So we can say that Monday has taken over. Right, it's both candles, my bad. But Monday has taken over Tuesday's role. It's taken over its role, as in Monday, and Tuesday's role. So what is Tuesday going to do? Tuesday is going to take over Wednesday's role by shooting higher, in which it did right here. See that? Right there. And this is that order block right here. That order block right there. In which it really got exhausted because it can, as you can see, it broke above it, hit it, and then ran through it. So this order block really doesn't exist, kind of. But I'm sure on the 30-minute, there's like some gigantic fair value gap. But this order block doesn't exist anymore. Or you could use this mitigation block, which, no, got violated also. So Tuesday is going to take over Wednesday's role by going higher, okay? If you want to look back at the picture, Wednesday should create that low and go higher. But, Well, no, matter of fact, actually, wait, that's crazy. Yeah, wow. Monday took over Tuesday and Wednesday's roll. Jeez, that's crazy. I just noticed that. Because Monday did that rally higher as it should, and then took over Tuesday's roll by creating this high right here. See that? Tuesday, I mean, not Tuesday, but Monday took over Tuesday's roll by creating that high, and then also took over Wednesday's roll by creating this low. No one else having such a hard time explaining that. So Monday took over Monday's roll, Tuesday's roll, and Wednesday's roll by rallying up. That's Monday, or Monday's roll. Tuesday's roll, creating this high for, future prices to purge it. And then Wednesday's roll, creating this retracement into some array down here, okay? In which literally all arrays got purged with just this single wick right here. So there's no arrays that's being touched. Just a retracement, maybe into optimal trade entry. Yeah, just maybe, literally. Yeah, just maybe, but no, it didn't even do it. It just hit equilibrium of this dealing range right here. But what should Tuesday do then? If Monday's roll, Tuesday's roll, and Wednesday's roll have already been, have already been delivered, what in the world should Tuesday do then? Well, let's look at our thing. So Monday, Tuesday, right here, that high created, and Wednesday's roll, this low created, was already done in a single day, Monday. What in the world should Tuesday do? Tuesday, in our actual chart, should take over Thursday's roll on the manipulation template, which is going higher, right? Now let's see if it does that. Tuesday right here, it does. It goes higher. But what roll is taking over? I'm going to say it again. It's taking over Thursday's roll in a manipulation template. Tuesday is taking over Thursday's roll. Because if you want to look, I'm going to say this again. Monday did Tuesday, Wednesday, and its own roll, which is Monday. Okay, I'm going to say that again because it might seem confusing. Monday in our charts, in the actual week that we're in, took over its roll, meaning Monday's roll, Tuesday's roll, and Wednesday's roll. So it rallied, created a high, and created a low. So it literally did all three in a single day. Tuesday should rally higher. If it's rushing it like this, Tuesday should rally higher, taking over Thursday's roll, according to the manipulation template. Does it do it? Yep. So what in the world is Wednesday going to do? Wednesday's going to take over Friday's roll by keep going higher, by, continuing higher. Does it do that? Sure does. Yep, sure does, right here. Keeps going higher. Now, what about Thursday? What in the world should Thursday do? Well, since we've rushed everything, there's only two things can happen. We could retrace into the weekly range, or we can consolidate so Friday can retrace into the weekly range. Okay? Because basically the whole week, the whole manipulation template was delivered in 3 days. Literally. Because Monday did Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday's roll. Tuesday did Thursday's roll. And then Wednesday did Friday's roll. So, Thursday and Friday of the actual week are going to do two things. Consolidate and retrace. Because we rushed it. There's nothing else price can do but retrace into the, the weekly range. And pay attention to this. Let's analyze real quick. Since the whole weekly range, not weekly range, but the whole manipulation template was delivered just in this little box, literally just in that little box, Thursday can create a TGIF setup. Why? Why can it create a TGIF setup? Because price has nothing else to do. It primarily went higher. Okay, it primarily went higher. And literally the whole manipulation template got delivered within 3 days, in which it was supposed to be delivered in 5. But no, Monday did its own roll, which is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Tuesday did Wednesday's roll, and then Wednesday's roll. Well, no, I'm saying that wrong. Please, I'm going to cut that out. But Monday, I'm going to say this again. Hopefully you don't get confused. Monday, this right here, this delineation on the chart, let me explain this well. Monday took over the role of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Okay, so it did that rally higher, creating that high, which is supposed to be done on Tuesday, and then creating that low, which is supposed to be done on Wednesday. Tuesday takes over Thursday's role by rallying, and then Wednesday takes over Friday's role by continuing higher. So we have 2 days left of the week, Thursday and Friday. If Thursday consolidates, then Friday is going to retrace. Why? TGIF. When does TGIF occur? When the week is primarily bullish. Has the week been primarily bullish? Up, down, up, down, up. I think so. Yeah, it looks very uppish. Very bullish. Yeah, very bullish. I think so. Yeah, very bullish. So, if Thursday consolidates, Friday is going to retrace. Or if Thursday retraces more than 30% of the weekly range, then Friday is going to be sent to a consolidation. But what happened here? Thursday, let me delete this line. I don't know why I still have it here. Thursday consolidated. See that? Consolidate, 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 consolidate. So what should Friday do? It should dump, right? Right here, Friday. See that? Friday right there. And we go up, it dumps. Creating what? That TGIF setup. Well, let's see. Does it actually do it? Let's take the low of the weekly range all the way to the high of the weekly range and see if it does it. It does. See that? It retraces 20, 30, and even 40% into the weekly range. And matter of fact, I think it does 50 too. Since we rushed the manipulation template so fast, I think it actually did 50. If I can click my lines, jeez. Anyway, I'm going to set this as 0.5. And yeah, it even did 50% of the weekly range. So, the reason it did this TGIF setup was because, one, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday rushed the entire manipulation template. Second, Thursday went into consolidation and did not have a retracement more than 30% to the range. Okay, because if it did that, it'll send Friday into a consolidation. And then, yeah, that's really it. It's just those two. That's literally all it is. Price got rushed Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Second, Thursday consolidated, giving Friday the opportunity to reverse, which it did, right here. Very simple. Anyway, this is the end of the consolidation midweek rally and decline. The third market maker manipulation template out of the 6 that I have to record. I hope I taught you well, and I hope you absorb it easily and nicely so you can use it when it comes to these algorithmic and rigged markets. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Good luck and good trading.